Lots as always happening in the Indian automobile market, folks, and we are here as always to track it all for you on the Car and Bike Show. I'm Siddharth Patankar, and now we're going to talk about that one car that so many of you have been waiting for months. It's the Ford Fiesta. It's finally made an appearance on Indian soil. Not yet officially launched, so you don't know the prices. It's not driving out on the roads anytime soon. It will happen after a few weeks, but the car is here and we have details for you right now. So it's a bit of an innovative concept from Ford. You can get yourself a cup of coffee and also spend some time here checking out the car. We'll come back to the coffee. Let's talk more about the car. So it's the Fiesta Cafe, different sort of marketing pitch. You can react to that by coming here to the mall and looking at the car yourself. So that's also nice because pre-launch, customers, potential customers can actually come in, touch, feel, look at the car. So it's not just a display. You can get a little bit more information on it. Information that we've always been bringing you on the Fiesta on CNB, right? I mean, we sort of led that charge. So you already know a lot about it. I won't go into details like styling. It looks just like the car we showed you at Detroit. Same kinetic design, the same overall proportions, the flanks that go upwards towards the rear. And of course, the unconventional tail lamp cluster that I mentioned to you before. Well, there you go. The metallic elements, that part has made it through just as is. It does have parking sensors at the back in the rear bumper. It does have a little bit of technology and a few gimmicks on that front inside too. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The interior, the cabin, first take a quick glance at it. It's just like the other car we've shown you before. So it's got the same sort of layout in terms of the central stack, same sort of layout in terms of the steering, etc. And you get a fair amount of equipment on this car. Now, of course, all of that boils down to pricing on this, isn't it? But before we get into talk about conjecture on pricing, let's quickly show you some of these things. You've got steering mounted controls. You do have cruise control as well coming in. And besides that, climate control, you have the central stack for the music system and the screen, which brings you information on some of the in-car gadgetry. What you also get are voice controls. So that means you can say a voice command and the car does those things for you, like turns on the radio, switches the CD, whatever. Things like that, of course, have been seen before in brands like BMW. But it's the first time something like voice control is making an appearance in this segment of vehicles. So it should spark things up a little. It should sort of excite the market a little bit, I think. And remember, stuff like that remains in the top-end space. So not a lot of people might want to opt for that. What will be interesting is A, the price. That's where we come to that. And B, the fact that from the word go, the car will have diesel and petrol versions. So you can see a lot of that. Here you go. It says TI, VCT and TDCI. Well, that's the petrol and the diesel. Remember, we told you that there will be new iterations of the family of engines from Ford that have been sitting on the Fiesta globally. So India gets the new range of engines. And besides that, now comes the conjecture on price.
We expect prices for the petrol Fiesta to stay within 7 and 9 lakh rupees and the diesel variants between 8 and 10 lakhs if Ford is serious about staying the course after its Figo success. We've shown you so much on this car on CNB that we like to believe we have the exclusive first advantage on it. We brought you the sedan from Detroit, the hatch from Europe, and yes, Siddharth drove the car a few days ago, you would remember, but sadly without a camera along for the ride. But let's jog you through some key facts. The sedan launches first in diesel and petrol in 3 variants and no stripped down or basic level trim. Even the cheapest variant will have steering mounted controls and dual airbags. Ford is working on a new set of Duratec engines for the Fiesta and we're likely to get the new 1.6-litre petrol. We will also get an updated 1.4 Duratorque diesel. There will be a petrol automatic variant introduced later in the year and the hatch is likely to debut in mid-2012.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.